It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. One player who is certain to be a force tonight, Derek Favors. A tremendous presence inside and a great defender, Shaq. He still has room to grow, too.
Yeah, Ernie, but he's an old-school player. Feels like he's been in the league forever, but he's really, really young. He definitely has not peaked.
Well, I agree with that. You know, he's great on the block, Ernie, but he has some versatility. He can step out. You know, defensively, he probably doesn't need any help when he's guarding a guy one-on-one. If he keeps polishing his games, he's going to be pretty good in the next few seasons.
And with that, the game just about to tip off, we send you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got basketball action at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. The Dallas Mavericks, they come in off the loss to Portland. And they lost it by a single point, just one more possession, or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions, and getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Mavs head coach Rick Carlisle is known for his command of X's and O's, and he demands the same from his players. He tests them with tablets. They're shown a clip, it freezes, and then they're asked what they should do next. Zaza Pachulia said, I was like, come on, a test? I did this in school, but not in basketball. But it works. You take the tests, and you start to remember things better. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Well, with the All-Star break and trade deadline coming up, significant dates on that NBA calendar. Doris, how are players who might get moved dealing with these deadlines? I would think they would weigh pretty heavily.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's contingent on whether or not you've been through it before. Have you been part of the rumor cycle? Do you understand that, listen, this is a business that I can't get necessarily too attached to one particular place, that ultimately I have to make business decisions, as does the organization.
And there's family considerations, too. That weighs on their minds.
Well, think about this. If you have children and you've been entrenched in a city for 2 or 3 years, your kids are in that school. I mean, I know NBA players who sometimes their families go to a city in September before the player does because their children have to be enrolled. And there's a very personal aspect to this.
And families sometimes don't move mid-season. The family stays, the player goes.
That's a great point. Then you've got to be able to endure without the people you love the most.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. Hayward out there with George Hill. And it's Ingles in at the 3, the small forward.
And I tell you what, Gordon Hayward just steadily has grown into one of the better offensive players in the league. He does a great job of scoring it off the dribble. He's also at that small forward position, can be kind of a point forward, if you will, with his playmaking ability. And I like to call him, use a baseball term, he's like a 5-tooler. I mean, he does all the things you want a basketball player to do well on the floor. And to cap it all off, he is a great teammate as well.
Here's Farrell. Last game he had 12. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. 6 to shoot. Matthews no good. Talking about Hayward's versatility on offense, some would say his ability to cover smaller, quicker players defensively is another reason his star is on the rise.
His ability to get stops on the ball as well as provide quick help to his teammates is really priceless. The question now is ceiling. How much better overall can Hayward get? Some think he's more of a number 2 guy than a superstar. Some will tell you the sky's the limit.
Here is Hayward after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 big fouls on him already, and it's only the first quarter. Dangerous move if they leave him in.
And the Mavericks making a change here. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Jazz passing it around. Hayward dishes to Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Let's hope that's never the plan, and certainly not this early in the game. You don't want to let him get on a roll. That can make a long night for you.
And Nowitzki still a lead offensively. Defensively, Doris, how's he holding up?
Well, he was never the most athletic guy, that's for sure, and he certainly lost some mobility. But this guy is a smart team defender, and the Mavs will do as much as possible to mask any weaknesses he has so that they can get what they need on the offensive end.
First free throw is good.
Well, Nowitzki is as consistent as they come, a true gamer who continues to shine bright in the later stages of his career.
Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
Among the league's big men, he stands out for his free throw shooting. He's always steady there.
Outside Hill. Pass to Hayward. They set the pick. Hill has the open look. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Here's Farrell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Jazz. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, Dallas just way behind.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the offseason, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
And so it's Dallas with it after Gordon Hayward hitting the 3. Right side Matthews. Shot off the screen. Offensive rebound. Gobert with the block. Right side Hill. And no good. Good D by Barnes. Mavericks trail by 5. Matthews passes to Farrell. Matthews against Hayward. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, incredible looking shot down in the paint. Nowitzki making it look so easy right now.
Favors with the screen. Favors sets the pick for Hill. Hayward outside. It's back to Hill. And that one is good. Hill's got his first points in this one.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
Here's Farrell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Matthews for the three. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Oh, the long ball from Wes Matthews, never bashful about firing from beyond the arc.
Favors sets the pick for Hill. Hayward outside. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. The Mavericks trail it. Matthews passes to Farrell. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Defended by Hayward. Gobert against Nowitzki. No good. That would have tied it. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Gobert. He had 10 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Hayward kicks to Favors. Off target with the jump hook. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Barnes passes to Farrell. Over to the left wing. The feed to Matthews. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Clock at 6. The tray hits it from three-point range.
Boy, he didn't get much separation, nor did he need it. He buries the three. It's amazing to me how consistently Rick Carlisle gets the best out of his talent. He makes the most of his players' strengths, masks their weaknesses as well as anybody can.
Now here's Hayward. A 17-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
His rebounding was extremely impressive, too. I mean, he snagged some huge boards out there.
And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
Guard it.
Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Hayward.
And the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Who's watching here?
Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Hill. Now the pass to Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Floats one up. Gobert with the block.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Ingles. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Ingles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Farrell passes to Nowitzki. Matthews against Hayward. Matthews, no one around him. Favors with the rebound.
He's been somewhat off this quarter, but the desire to score is evident.
Who's watching here?
Outside Hill. Here's Ingles. Cans the 12-footer. Now it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
Boy, too much of a cushion given to him on that jump shot. That's a big-time no-no.
On the wing, Barnes. 26 points for him last game against Portland.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Off target with his 3. Jazz leading by 4. Hill with it. He had 19 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And that one's good by Favors.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
And because of the ways he's distributed the ball, it's left no doubt as to who they're going to run their offense through every time down.
Here is Matthews. Derek Favors making his last shot. And here's Barnes for 3. Barnes with another miss.
Still unable to connect this quarter. Really looks frustrated. Just needs to try and stay calm.
Ingles dishes to Hill. Hayward kicks to Hill. Favors with the screen. A shot by Hayward, wide open. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Looking around the league, Doris, so many new coaches coming into the NBA. Do you have a pick of which new coach do you think has the best chance to become one of the real standouts, one of the real pillars of this league?
I have to tell you, I marvel at the level of coaching in the NBA and some of the old-timers.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
Really do. Like Rick Carlisle seems to get the best out of the talent he's given, keep them in a position regardless of who's around Dirk. Pop, obviously, with all those championships. The guy who I think is who is so well respected is Brad Stevens.
I was going to say his name.
Brad Stevens' his ability to, after timeouts, to scheme, series to series. What I'm anxious to see with Brad, Kevin, is when they get that superstar, now what happens?
I always think to operate with a 24-second shot clock and then the speed, which continually just impresses me in terms of how it gets faster every year to make these split-second decisions, and the number of individual decisions in a game is much more than nothing against the college coaches.
No question.
But so much different.
And you're scheming against the best players and the best athletes in the world. What these men do is truly extraordinary.
What a task. Mavericks trail by 5. Feeds it to Harris. Kicks it to Matthews. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Wes Matthews suffering a torn Achilles 2 seasons ago. Despite that, the Mavericks, Doris, gave him a 4-year max contract going into last season.
I think what they were doing, Kevin, was betting on his toughness. And you think about, he was back in action surprisingly quickly, but wasn't as effective last season. And he'll have to continue to improve his play to justify that top-dollar contract. And you think of guys who are 3-and-D wings. Wes Matthews, throughout his career, has been one of the league's best. A prolific shooter and tremendously physical on both ends of the floor.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Mejri's checked in. He's off on the second. And Wesley Matthews very capable from long range, but that's not all he does offensively, Doris.
No, Kevin, he's gotten much better attacking the closeout and stepping in to hit that mid-range jumper. He also looks to use his strength, going to work on the low block.
How about the leaner? Only the guys with the sweetest of strokes can pull that off in traffic.
Harris passes to Matthews. Tipped.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
For Utah, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And looking at the Jazz roster, they're a well-balanced group. You see scorers, Greg, playmakers, rebounders, shot blockers, plenty of quality depth.
And they've done a great job of drafting. Many of the main pieces of the puzzle seem to be in place. The next step for me is, will one of these young core players emerge as a superstar?
Here's Exum. After Wesley Matthews' score, Lyles kicks to Exum. Jazz passing it around. 1:39 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Lyles. Shot from 12. The Mavericks pull it in. And Matthews kicks to Anderson. Back to Matthews. There's the screen. Fires from deep. Another shot, Anderson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
This guy is getting after it on the offensive glass. Nice job to cash in on the second chance points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And the Mavericks, every summer, very aggressive in free agency doors, trying to reload to give Dirk Nowitzki a shot at one more title.
And Kevin, it's surprising to me more players haven't wanted to go to Dallas. A vibrant market, no state income tax, and most importantly, the chance to play with a Hall of Famer like Nowitzki, who creates space for everyone else.
That free throw, no good.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And he sinks the second. And you think back to 2011, the Mavericks win the title, but they let a lot of those players go to free up cap space and pursue bigger names. In hindsight, Norris, do you think that was a mistake?
Well, it's a difficult thing when you know a player is on the back nine of their career, and they might have held on to Tyson Chandler. You know, he had some great years in New York, but I think they caught lightning in a bottle in 2011. I'm not sure they could have easily repeated. I understand why they decided not to rest on their laurels.
The Mavericks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. 1:04 left in the first. And Diaw kicks to Exum, passes it to Burks. Now the dish to Exum. Pass to Lyles. Plenty of space. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Harris outside. He feeds it to Matthews. There's the pick. No one covering. Matthews has got 8.
Well, you've got to love the timing on the jumper from Matthews. So efficient on those quick shots.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Burks on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Got a piece of it. Harris. Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that.
Wow.
And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
This guy's impossible.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, you know, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. You know, to be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. You know, one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, I think clearly they came in on a mission, and that mission was own the glass, and that's what's got them ahead in this game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Harris is out there with Curry. Then it's Bogut. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, GA. Thank you. It's stolen. And here's Exum. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Here's Harris. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Up top, Powell. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anderson dishes to Bogut. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Of course, you've covered the game at so many levels, be it women's basketball, men's college, men's pro, and your view, how significant are the differences in the game from one level to the other?
Yeah, I think that the gap is significant, vastly different games.
Shots.
I like to say I cover 3 different sports, even though they all are only basketball. Women's basketball is at an entirely different point in its history. To me, the college men's game, you know, the skill level is there, and increasingly it's getting better. But not on the floor at any one point are 5 guys, all of whom have the athleticism or the skill set to make it to the NBA. What's striking to me about the NBA is on any given trip up the floor, and in all likelihood on the vast majority of them, you're going to see something special.
That is so true. And the second free throw, good.
An NBA all-rookie first team, then much later, an NBA champion. Bogut's had every other kind of season in between.
Now, here is Hill. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And so here is Dallas. George Hill missing on the 3. There's a screen to the left side wing. Dishes it to Bogut. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside Curry. 4 on the clock. Now Bogut. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Mavericks.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Jazz trail by 3. Johnson outside. It's back to Hill. He kicks it to Burks. The feed to Hill. To the inside, Gobert. Burks kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Johnson. To the middle. Another shot. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Hayward. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
I love it. He did not let the height disadvantage affect him one bit.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
You know, the other thing he really did a great job with was the rebounding. So he contributed in a number of ways.
Powell for 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Hayward kicks to Johnson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And a switcher also for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Alec Burks. The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the Stifle Tower, the French rejection, whichever name you want to give for Rudy Gobert, it probably speaks to his tremendous rim protection abilities, Greg.
Man, a few years back at the Combine, his wingspan measured at a record 7 feet 8.5 inches. Clearly one of the league's premier shot blockers. Very difficult to shoot a high percentage against him. And at the offensive end, he's become an excellent rebounder and finisher in traffic.
Now here is Hill. And the pass to Ingles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Hayward against Curry. Screen by Bogut. Barnes kicks to Bogut and taken away by Johnson. Feeds to Hill. Got a piece of it. Johnson, the pass to Hill. Back to Johnson. Tries from 10. Good D by Barnes. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside Curry. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Gobert the screen. And here's Johnson outside. And Johnson missing again. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
That's what you call precise execution. And to do it in front of a loud, hostile crowd, they had to have excellent focus and discipline. That was really well done.
Here's Johnson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Finney-Smith. Almost, but it rolls out. Jazz leading by 3. Johnson attacking. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 8th assist in the game.
You know, the passing there deserves a mention. That assist was a thing of beauty.
Now here is Harris. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Barnes. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, his shot's been out of sync, and it really has held them back tonight.
Kicks it to Ingles. Inside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Doris, of course, we all know you've had a chance to meet and interview so many coaches and players throughout the NBA. What are some of the best things about them?
Yeah, I think maybe the most surprising thing about interviewing NBA players in particular is they are very much like you and I. There are periods of great confidence, but if they start to struggle, just like you and I, their confidence can come and go, and they need positive reinforcement. I think the thing I've learned is most often NBA players, aside from the great and sort of distinguishing skill, they are people first and foremost.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Bogut. And Farrell subbed in for Harris. And Utah with a change here, too. Favors is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Here's Curry. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Hill. 4 on the clock. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Farrell's got 5 points so far. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Mavericks making a switch here. Measury's checked in.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Now here is Hill. Favors with the screen. Johnson, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Passes to Farrell. Back to Barnes. Pass to Farrell. Outside Curry. It's up a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Curry's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Mavs.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Favors with the screen. Johnson outside. The dish to Hayward. 3-pointer. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Hayward's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Deflects the pass, and stolen by Favors. Hill with it. Favors with the screen. Poked away. Barnes right side to the paint. Here's Ingles, covered by Barnes. Outside Hill. And Johnson now top of the key. Doesn't go that time. Mavericks trail by 5. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. Fades and shoots. Favors with the rebound.
Boy, clear breakdown on defense. They're fortunate that he didn't make them pay.
Hayward. And that one comes up a bit short. Dallas has gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Hill. It's deflected. And a slam dunk by Favors. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Farrell passes to Curry. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Wesley Matthews checked in for Seth Curry. Lyles checked in for the Jazz. Dante Exum comes in for Hill. Here is Matthews. 23 points for him the last game against Portland.
And when you look at the number of assists he had, you can tell how cognizant he was of wanting to involve his guys throughout the game.
Here's Ingles. 7-point differential. Down low, here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Yeah, a big change of possession in a tight ball game. We'll see if they've seized the momentum.
Here is Favors, following the score by Dallas. And good that time. Here's Farrell. He has 5. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki in the post. Lyles there. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And Dirk Nowitzki's famous one-legged fadeaway, much emulated around the league.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Kevin, he didn't conceive of this in practice. It was an in-game discovery. He tried it out one night, and it just kept falling for him. And, you know, he says it's not that tough a shot if you've got some balance and some touch. I suppose being 7 feet tall doesn't probably hurt that proposition either.
Utah leading by 4. Exum kicks to Lyles. Back to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. He feeds it to Favors. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in? I tell you what, Derek Favors has arrived. I mean, the 3rd overall pick back in the 2010 draft. Never a doubt about the ability and the talent, but I think it took him a while to get comfortable playing at this level. And then the last 2 seasons, it feels like he's just kind of put it all together. It oftentimes takes young guys coming into this league a little bit of time to develop their niche and their identity, but once they do, boy, watch out.
And talking about the improvements made by Favors, he's really added something to his game, Greg, every single year.
Great point. I mean, he plays the pick and roll beautifully now, whether it's rolling to the basket on offense or using his mobility to deter the pick and roll at the other end. I mean, the versatility to man both front court spots is a huge plus when you're playing matchups. If he can just stay healthy, he has the potential to become a perennial all-star.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
The Jazz have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Farrell. He's got 5. They set the pick. Powell dishes to Anderson. No good with the triple. Utah's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Diaw can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Powell with it. Diaw on him. Down low. It's tipped. Powell. The kick out to Anderson. Just 3 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Mejri, they get it again. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Powell. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter. Exum kicks to Burks. And here is Diaw. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Exum with a wide open look. Off target from outside. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Farrell. Outside Matthews. Ring shot on the way. Favors with the rebound. Favors got rebound number 5 here tonight. Diaw for 3, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Diaw's got himself on the board with 3 there. Farrell. That shot off, and we've reached halftime in this one. Jazz lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime break. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
Yeah, he's moving so fast through the lane. He's beating defenders to the spot, and then you're in a position where the only thing to do, foul him.
Mavericks trail by 6. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. Hill is out there with Hayward, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. Now here's Nowitzki. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Farrell. Offline with his 3. Jazz leading by 6. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's a reason Dirk Nowitzki is still going strong as he closes in on 40 years of age. He said the summers are a beast. You get up in the morning, leave the kids, and go work out like a maniac. But I feel good. Trying to find a good mix where I stay in shape, but I don't overwork. I'll try anything at this point and see if it works. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A., a true professional. And here are the Mavericks now. After the basket by Utah. The quick look, no good that time. Hayward against Curry. Leaner from distance. That one wide left.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Here's Farrell. He has 5. Dishes to Nowitzki. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Ingles. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Farrell passes to Matthews. Dallas, no good that time either.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
He looks frustrated, and by every measure he should be. That's a shot you have to bury.
Here's Ingles. 9 points in the game so far. Hayward a screen on Matthews. Hill the open look, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Hill's got 6. Mavericks trail by 10. Outside Curry. Here's Nowitzki. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Rough start to the third quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Wesley Matthews. Averaging about 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
The Mavericks have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Inside. Here's Nowitzki. Gobert with the block.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the Mavericks call time here. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Fifth, the Mavericks.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from three this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. There's the pick. Here's Curry with the three. Utah with the rebound. Favors has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Hill. Favors with the screen. Now Hill. He has 6. Three-pointer. Hayward. Great tee that time from Curry.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Barnes outside. The teardrop falls in. Barnes has got 9 points.
Went with the teardrop, and the timing had to be just right on the release, and it was.
Hayward left side. Hill dishes to Favors. Takes it from 10 with the putback. And there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors has got the lead up to 12 now for Utah.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Nowitzki with the screen on Hayward. Here's Barnes. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barnes has got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful mid-range jumper. Just knows how to use his size advantage to get that shot off.
Hayward outside. Favors with the screen. Clock at 6. Hayward kicks to Favors. Curry with the defensive effort.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Curry. He's got 6. Nowitzki for 3. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Hayward passes to Hill. He kicks to Gobert. It's back to Hill. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Free throw drops for Hill. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Harris. A ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Now here is Harris. Here's Finney-Smith. But he gets it back. Harris outside. Now the feed to Curry. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Screened by Bogut. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. From beyond the arc. Barnes can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 12. In the corner, it's Hayward. Ingles kicks to Johnson. Outside Hill. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Anderson in for Seth Curry. And Utah also making a switch. Brooks is checked in. Johnson the screen. Three-pointer. Hayward. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Dallas calls timeout.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Well, tighten up and toughen up in the lane. Establish better position, maybe even take some charges.
Boris Diaz checked in for Utah.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. The past month has been surreal. 2nd in blocks, 3rd in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
Now here is Harris. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Here is Anderson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
He wasn't expecting to be smothered like that. Excellent work by the D.
Diaw, the screen. Hill dishes to Gobert. Feeds it to Burks. Clock at 6. Fires from 18. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson in the corner. From deep. The Mavericks pull it in. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Harris passes to Anderson. There's a screen. Shot to stop the drought. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Powell, that's good.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here is Harris. He dishes it to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Harris outside. From deep three-point range, it doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now.
Well, the former 5th overall pick out of Wisconsin back in 2004, Devin Harris, still effective as a slashing combo guard.
And Harris not much of a shooter. He's best, Doris, attacking the rim.
Yeah, Kev, I think we're talking about a long-limbed and athletic guy. And defensively, he can guard point guards and 2 guards. Good pickpocket as well. A lot to like here.
Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. The Jazz also changing it up. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dante Exum in for Hill. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And another young Canadian making a name for himself, Dwight Powell, the 45th pick in the 2014 draft. He played at Stanford and showing that he's, Doris, a player to watch.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, basically a throw-in in that Rajon Rondo trade, but the 6'11" athletic big man has some shooting touch, and he just needs to fill out that frame so that he can absorb an 82-game schedule in the NBA.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw missing.
I think Powell is an exciting prospect, has a phenomenal understanding of the game. I think he'll make big improvements with time.
And he's good on the second. Well, we've seen this league grow year in and year out, changing year to year, evolving year to year. Doris, what do you think of the 3 and D player type of player we see?
Well, I think first and foremost, obviously, the three-point shot has changed the equation in the NBA. It's hard to win without it. But I look at a guy like Klay Thompson, who, when he came into the league, said he thought his ceiling was that he'd be a 3 and D type player. I think if you have those two abilities, then your ceiling is much higher than you think it is. To me, Klay Thompson has got to start thinking of himself as an MVP caliber player, because I think he is that.
You think it's a mindset then?
I do indeed.
What about the big player who thinks that way too? Now that to me isn't like the Draymond Green 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guys.
Well, how about that guy? And there's guys in college basketball that remind me of Draymond Green. And what separates Draymond is his intellect and his willingness to say, I'm not going to let my size limit my effectiveness on the NBA level. I can play because I know I can pass it. I can shoot it. My vision is terrific. I can put it on the deck. If you can be a multifaceted player, you've got a chance to succeed in the NBA.
Well, that was well said. And stolen by Harris. In the corner, Powell with it. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Powell's got it back down to single digits for Dallas. Johnson kicks to Lyles. Pass to Exum. Here's Lyles. Johnson outside. Diaw inside. He's against measuring. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. Mavericks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Dallas calls timeout.
Start it.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
And now a look at Devin Harris. Some numbers on him. His last 10 games, averaging about 7 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
It doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Hill kicks to Lyles. It's back to Hill. The Jazz working the ball around now. Pass to Diaw. 6 on the shot clock. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Anderson kicks to Harris. Pass to Powell, and there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. .141 left in the 3rd quarter. Harris passes to Measury. Here's Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Burks with the steal.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Jazz, number 1. Second, the Mavericks.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Mavericks making a change here. Farrell's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Mavericks trail by 13. 1:19 left in the third. There's a screen. Shot, high post. Here's Mesri. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That one is off. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dallas. And he can't hit the second. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Mesri.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Out left to the wing. Anderson against Johnson. Pick up by Hill. Burks for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Burks has got 4 points in the quarter.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Now here's Powell. 10 points for him. And Anderson kicks to Mesri. And that one is good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And that one misses. Jazz leading by 12. Johnson dishes to Hill. Kicks it to Diaw. The pass to Lyles. The shot by Burks. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Anderson passes to Matthews. To the left side wing. Here's Farrell. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Jazz. They lead by 12. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
It's not always going to be perfect, right? Sometimes we got to scramble and work it out. Got to keep our aggression up.
You heard Rick Carlisle, not looking to make it a pretty game. All he cares about is the results.
And that does often come from hustle. I mean, from pushing the action. We'll see how it plays out.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Anderson is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Farrell in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here is Hill. Hayward outside. Shot on the wing. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Yeah, that shot was forced. He was lucky to get it to go.
Anderson outside. Nowitzki a screen. And Anderson kicks to Barnes. To the inside, Nowitzki. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Just remarkable anticipation from Nowitzki. Gets the defense to be way too physical with him.
First free throw is good. Nowitzki hits them both. Jazz leading by 12. Hayward dishes to Favors. Outside Hill. Favors with the screen. 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. They get the rebound and slam dunk by Gobert.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Hill kicks to Favors. The dish to Hayward. And again, it's Utah.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Been the story all too often for them today. Too disorganized, not playing cohesive basketball at all.
Here's Farrell. Anderson the screen. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Ingles, defended by Anderson. Ingles passes to Favors. Basket counts. And the Jazz lead by 16. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Matthews. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, and I think Wes Matthews,
shots, gentlemen.
You've got a guy who's a true leader, someone who's not afraid to speak his mind and let his teammates know what's up.
And the first one drops. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Anderson. Both free throws good from Matthews. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Dishes to Ingles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
I mean, unbelievable. Whether they're wide open or defenders draped all over them, they're hitting from distance.
It's Matthews on the wing. Cans the shot from the wing.
We all know Wes Matthews is a knockdown threat from that area.
Utah leading by 15. Hill kicks to Hayward. Outside Hill. Hayward left side. Favors. It's good on the putback.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Farrell. Nowitzki outside. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Look, Kev, right now Dirk has the touch, getting him the ball anywhere on the floor, and he's comfortable pulling the trigger.
Hayward kicks to Favors. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Favors dishes to Gobert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he knocks down the first one. And Gobert drops them both. Mavericks trail by 16. Outside Curry. Right wing, and there's the feed to Barnes. Back to Nowitzki for three. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Favors, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Mavericks trail by 18. Curry with it. Nowitzki with the screen on Hayward. Curry, good.
Boy, nice look right at the bucket. Good to see them work the ball inside like that.
Favors with the screen. Favors sets the pick for Hill. He feeds it to Favors. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 9. And off the glass. That one's good. Favors got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, when he's in rhythm like this, the whole team benefits. His scoring efficiency gives them a major advantage.
Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Hill. Teardrop shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Hayward kicks to Favors. For 3. Kept alive. Here's Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And so he makes both from the line. And we've seen the role of instant replay grow in the NBA. And Doris, I mean, it's a great use. We've seen just a massive improvement, I think, in the accuracy of calls. Just how big an impact has this had, in your opinion, in end-of-game situations?
Well, I think the most important part of this is when you put replay into effect, it has got to be done in an efficient manner. And one thing we have seen with the central role that Secaucus, the NBA's replay center, has had is there's direct communication between the officials on the court and the personnel in the replay center. And because of that, it's a system that was solid in its debut, will get better and more refined, and I think it's been perfect because at the end of the day, The players and the coaches and every part of their organization wants the call to be made correctly. And I think by and large you've seen that. Boy, a mistake to leave him there all alone on the perimeter. He had no problem cashing in. No hesitation, just drills it.
They set the screen. Here's Farrell. No good, unable to end this run. Jazz leading by 23. Hayward passes to Hill. Outside Favors. Pick up by Hill. Favors dishes to Hayward. Gobert with a screen on Curry. On its way from Hayward for two. Hayward missing again. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Finney-Smith passes to Farrell. Nowitzki outside. He kicks to Barnes. Curry with it. Now defended by Hayward. The fader. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Nowitzki's got 9 points here in the second half. And here is Hill. To the inside. Out to Hayward. Beyond the arc. And Utah another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Nowitzki outside. Feeds it to Barnes. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. For three, Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward. Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Finney-Smith passes to Farrell, and so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And here are the Mavericks now. Nowitzki a screen. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot off the pick. And it falls over the rim and in.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Not the strongest play defensively, though. I mean, he was taken out by that screen far too easily.
Now here is Hill. Well, the league is always looking, Doris, into every possible angle to make precise calls, to give it more precision, more efficiency, more validity. What do you think about some automated assistance for officials?
You know, I'm not sure about this one. What I would say is when we go to the replay center, if it's sort of a small call out of bounds at the end of game, whatever the case may be, I would like to see those officials back in the replay center make that call, communicate it, and let's move on. I think the pace of play would be helped.
They've almost perfected, though, the time it takes to put it up in front of the officials at the game and the view from the center in Secaucus.
They've done a really good job, and again, a case in point where the NBA is proactive trying to improve the game.
Yeah, it's the best of all professional leagues, I think.
No question.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Hill kicks to Favors. Here's Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Gobert the screen. Three-pointer. Hayward. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. On the wing, Barnes trying his luck deep, and Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. It's back to Hill. He dishes it to Favors. Passes it to Hill. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. And it goes down 2 points. Ingles has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Inside. And stolen by Hayward. Pass to Hill. Doris, you were quite a player in college in the Big East with Providence. What important lessons did you learn when you were at that school in that difficult conference and leading one of the good programs in the country?
Yeah, I think I learned that hard work is necessary to success, that teamwork is important, that you have to be coachable, Kevin, that you got to be able and willing to work with the people beside you. I learned so many lessons while playing at Providence.
I bet you can't separate the two. What was more enjoyable for you, coaching at your school or playing for your school?
Either way, Kevin, I knew that when I was representing Providence, I wanted to do it with pride.
You were blessed.
No doubt.
They were blessed. The first one falls, so Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Rudy Gobert. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. Alec Burks checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for George Hill. Barnes hits them both. 1:14 left in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight. A good win, and a lot went into it. But I just like the showing for Derek Favors. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Exum kicks to Lyles. There's a screen. Back to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Diaw with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
No, exactly. A W is a W, but when you do it as a visitor, the accomplishment just seems that much more satisfying.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
This guy is such an offensive talent. The points will always be there for him. That much we know.
Now Exum. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight and get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors. There's a good reason he had a double-double. He outworked his opponent and outthought his opponent pretty much the entire night.
There are a lot of fantastic power forwards in today's NBA, and let me tell you, Derek Favors is right there among them. And there are nights like this when he even stands above that crowd. His offensive game is extremely well-rounded. He's solid all around.
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.